I'm Mark Bell from supertraining.tv, and we have somebody in our gym right now experiencing a little bit of this flimsy wrist thing, the thing that we call alternative lifestyle wrist, or fill in the blank wrist. What's happening is the person's kind of getting handcuffed is what I refer to, and if you can see, my wrist won't bend back very far. And as you can see, my elbows don't tuck very far. I got a bunch of stuff in here along with a pit stain, a bunch of stuff in here, a bunch of moobs and like fatness and lats and all kinds of different things in there. Plus I have a bicep and a tricep, and they all kind of run into each other as I come down. But every so often, we run into people that are pathetic, I mean new. We run into people that are new, and or females that come in here that aren't as well built as some of the big ogre powerlifters. And what happens is these cues that they're getting from the interwebs and from other people are always meant to be the best, in the best interest of the lifter. However, they don't always transcend everybody. They don't always fit everybody's body type. And so what we're seeing here today is somebody who is newer to lifting. They are over tucking their elbows and therefore ending up with this wrist cranked way back. And if you remember, Jim Wendler refers to this as the gay pterodactyl. Ah! Right? You don't want to have that happen to you, because if you think about it, is that going to be a strong position to bench press from? What if I was to punch our cameraman, Jim McDonald, like this? He may laugh, it may break his camera, which he wouldn't think was funny, but you don't want to ever have your wrist like that in a bench press. You certainly would never want to throw a punch like this. It wouldn't go over so well. You want the wrist nice and straight. How do we get the wrist nice and straight? There's a couple things that we can do. We could take a wrist wrap and we can wrap high. We can wrap up nice and high on the wrist. We can kind of get into the hand a little bit. Aside from that, we can also try not to tuck the elbows in too hard from the top of the lift, because that's going to lead to this guy here. That is actually the main thing, the main cause of all this. So from the top, rather than going and doing this, which I see a lot of people do because they get all excited and they're trying to do it the right way, bring the elbow down in line with the wrist, have the barbell, you see how I did that? Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Have the barbell, your wrist and elbow all in alignment. So you're gonna come down in here. So it's not too drastic, you're not gonna be in here, okay? Squeeze the barbell very tightly is tip number one. Get the wrist wrap on appropriately, put it up nice and high. And the third thing to do, and actually I think the most important thing to do, is to bench press correctly and not over tuck those elbows. So that's your tip from supertraining.tv, and strength is never a weakness.